episode of Comics Review. I'm your host, Kevin Starkey. The first comic I want to talk about today is Driver for the Dead. This is by Radical Comics. This is issue 2 of 3. And I think I might have reviewed issue 1. It's a really good story. It's, the main character is, his last name is Graves. He drives dead people to their final resting place. And they're usually strange people with weird situations, vampires, people with special abilities, things like that. And in this issue, it gets really weird. I don't want to give anything away, but I got to tell you something about it though. But there's a dead body that some people, bad people, want to get a hold of for supernatural reasons. And this driver, he's trying to prevent them from getting the body. And it's a really good story. I cannot say enough good things about this. The artwork in here is amazing. The colors are great. The writing is great. The story is great. Everything about this is just great. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it is really good. I can't highly recommend this one enough. Go find it, check it out. It's a lot of fun. There's only one issue left, so let me move on to the next one. Okko, the Cycle of Air. This is issue 3 of 4. I've talked about this one before also. This is book 3. The Cycle of Water was first, and then Earth, and now this is Air. And the first one was incredible. I loved it. And the second one, The Cycle of Earth, was okay. It wasn't as good as the first book. And this one seems to be going that route also. Not a lot of stuff has happened in this series, in this special, in this book 3. It's frustrating because I love the work, I love the writing, and I love the overall story. If you haven't seen the other episodes, the artwork in here is very manga-esque. It's sort of a take on Japan. They call it Pajan or something like that. But it's a group of there's this Ronin, and he's got a warrior that wears a red mask that's part of his team, and a monk, and then a young boy. And in this issue, the Ronin, in this series, book 3, the Ronin is assumed to be killed in the previous issue, issue number 2 of 4. And then in this issue, you find out that maybe he's not dead, and it's just not a lot is happening in this series right now. So it's kind of frustrating because I want this to be a great series, and I'm starting to have a little bit of doubt about it. I love it. I love the art, and the writing is great, but I just wish more was happening in this series. So that's all I'm going to say about that one. I still am going to stick with it, but I just hope they kick it up a notch, make it a little more interesting. Now, this series, these two series I want to talk about real quick together. 5 Days to Die. This is by IDW, and 1 Month to Live by Marvel. I started collecting these. These were 5-issue series, and they were each coming out one a week for 5 weeks. And they have a similar, a guy is dying, and what is he going to do with the last part of his life that he's got? In the Marvel comic, 1 Month to Live, the guy gets superpowers, and he starts off, down a bad road, and turns around and realizes he's going to do good things with his powers. And a lot of superheroes come into this comic, which I wasn't expecting at first, and I thought, well, maybe it's going to be okay, but it just it was overwhelmed with superheroes, and it's not really my thing. So, and then I didn't like the way it ended, and there was a lot of things I didn't like about this comic. So, if you're a capes and cows kind of person, you might love it. If you like all the Marvel characters, you might dig it. But I mean, both of these, the guy's going to die in the end. I mean, that's kind of if that doesn't happen, then it's a little cheesy. So that's definitely what happens. I just didn't like the ending of either one of them. This one I liked a lot better. The artwork in both of them is fine. The writing is okay. This one I liked a lot better though. And the ending, I didn't love it, but I mean the guy's got to die, so I should have prepared more for that happening. But he dies, and it's like it's not the outcome I would like, but it's a good series. This one I would say skip it if you haven't picked it up yet. I don't recommend it, but that's it for that one. And then I don't have a lot of good stuff to say this time. This is Torchwood. This is issue number 3. It's by Titan. And I think I mentioned this one once before. I'm a big fan of the show Torchwood on the BBC channel and the series on TV. This comic, I didn't like the first one that much. It was too cheesy. A lot of the jokes and things that work on the show don't really work in print, in my opinion. And the artwork's fine. The storyline is okay. This issue, I really felt the same as the first one. I really was thinking, I don't really want to be reading this, and this is not fun. So I'm probably going to drop this series. There's 2 stories, and it's broken up into 2 stories, and the artwork in the second story is not great. The stories are okay, and the writing is okay, but I don't know. It's not grabbing me and making me, really want to read it. It's just a bit on the cheesy side. So that's it for this week. Sorry I didn't have anything better than that this week. There wasn't a whole lot to choose from. Leave a comment here on YouTube or over on my blog at twodognight.net and let me know what you think. Are you reading some of these? What are you reading this week? Anything good? Let me know. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.